All right, welcome back everyone. Welcome back everyone, Zaf here to yet another juicy solo leveling Arise video. I want to cover something very important with you today. As you know, maximizing your power is so important. Right now I'm at 284,000 power, but I can actually push this all the way to 300,000 if I make some simple adjustments to my cores, and I'll show you exactly what that is, because cores are so important when it comes to power. Power is just the basis of this game. When you want to deal the most amount of damage possible, doesn't matter what your stats are, if you're in the red, your damage is going to be severely nerfed. So cores are so important for that formula, giving us an insane amount of power. So I do want to bring your attention to this chart right here, going over every single main stat and substat that we have, so I can tell you what stats are the best. It is very important, trust me. But first off, if you haven't subscribed just yet, press that button. I'm sure probably when this video gets released, I'm on vacation right now, we'll hit that 100,000 mark. If not, make sure to subscribe so we reach that milestone together. And lastly, congrats to CVR from your first commenter on our last video. Here is your shout to enjoy that juicy Discord role, and be sure to join our Discord server as well for exclusive giveaways to anyone and also our first commenters. Now, this chart was completed courtesy of Blackfire, one of our most veteran members on our Discord server, so a big shout out to them. What I do want to draw your attention to is these two stats right here. When it comes to defense and HP, it is very important you choose right. We already know attack, I covered this in the previous video. The flat attack is better for JINWOO and for your hunters, at least for now. Once a new job change comes out and JINWOO's maximum level gets increased from 90 to 95, attack percentage will be better on him, but right now, surprisingly, flat attack is better because these amounts are just absurdly high, insane amounts here. But what about defense? What about HP? As you can see, same thing. The defense number is absolutely huge, 3,953, and the HP number is gigantic as well, 7,906. So what does that mean for our power? Does this even matter? Can't you just go for HP percentage and call it a day? No, do not do that. Let me show you why that's the case. So if I go into one of these, let's try to find one that's comparable. So these two right here are kind of similar, but in terms of the bonuses we get, technically this one looks better. We're getting HP percentage and defense pen, and remember where the HP percentage mark is. If we swap to this one here, we get around the same amount of HP, but we get less than this stat right here, and it's mana recovery, so it's a worse stat for combat power. Let me equip this one. Our power went to this amount right here, but if I go back and swap that core, even though the enhancement level is lower, if I go to change, and I swap this one on right here, for example, equip, our power actually goes down by an insane margin. That's because the flat HP amount we're getting is just so high that percentage amounts cannot compare at all. It blows my mind how much power we're really getting because the HP subset is so high on cores. So that's why for cores, you want to use something like this. Defense penetration sure doesn't matter, but the flat HP amount is what I want right now. Equip, watch our power just skyrocket by 10,000. If I swap to an HP percentage core, like this one here, obviously damage increase amount is more, but our power is going to tank by 6,000 because the percentage stats do not compare at all. It's just insane if you ask me. Look, this one is 25% versus 42%. The HP amounts are practically the same, but the secondary stat is so much more on this one here. But if I swap, watch, our power hardly moves at close to half the enhancement. Flat HP is just so much better. Same thing with these cores right here. Additional defense. Let's do comparison again with percentage versus flat. If I can find something comparable right here, give me a second. I found two cores, these will be perfect. Let's compare this one at 6% with hardly any defense to this one here with a higher percentage and a higher defense amount based on the enhancement, and it also has a defense pen, so even better. Let's equip this one here. Easy peasy. Obviously our power goes down, but remember that number. If I go to change and I swap to this obviously worse off one, I press equip and boom, our power goes up by a huge amount because flat stats are just so much better. So please make sure when it comes to cores, on basically all your hunters. Make sure this set up here is always flat. That way when game modes like hard mode Baron come out, you are ready, you maximize on your power. So do not touch any percentage stats except for this one right here. Attack percentage is okay on JINWOO. It'll be better when the job change does come, but right now, technically speaking, flat attack in every single stat is better, and it will be better for a very long time. I can't see a future where the flat stats are worse off. These values are so high, especially on the prisms. This is crazy, over 5,000 HP. You have to be kidding me here. It's like these are virus infected and are just pumped up with power. So I do think this will be my road to get all the way to 300,000 power on JINWOO. I'll give it a try. Stay tuned for our next video on my Baron prep series. I want to make sure my power is as high as possible, both on my hunters and on JINWOO. That way I can make sure I clear the boss and get those juicy top 1,000 first clear rewards. But yeah, just want to make this video to outline how much better flat stats are when it comes to the main substats, of course. For these ones here, just make sure you pick the correct stats for the stats you actually need. If your percentage and crit damage is too high, make sure to go damage increase. This stat I do think is better overall. Too much crit damage is not good. Defense penance is bad in my opinion, so damage increase is a stat I want to go for. You can go for this one right here, MP consumption reduction, though the value we get is honestly very high. We honestly don't need this much in my opinion. 1,691 is actually kinda crazy, but we'll see. We can just get it from artifacts and swap in better stats like damage increase, but up to you what you want to do. This is just my opinion, of course. I covered what I wanted, so make sure you stay tuned for our future video to see whether or not our JINWOO gets all the way up to 300,000 power. We're honestly very close. I do feel like we're going to reach that mark, if not close to the 298,000 mark. We'll see, stay tuned. And also, for those of you watching, you're probably wondering where my stats are like, because we have a decent amount of attack. Right now, I'm running a curse set to get the most amount of power possible. With my expert set, my power is just a bit too low in my opinion. My curse sets are okay, +3 attack, +3 attack, pretty good. This one does need some work, actually a lot of work, so I can squeeze a bit more power right here. And this one's not too bad to me. Damage increase, attack percentage. The attack percentage number here is quite high, but my ring really does need some work ASAP. I just don't have anything good for that set. If I go all the way to Burning Curse, main effects, attack percentage, apply. Yeah, as you can see, nothing really, yeah. This is very unfortunate. This one could have been good, but we got HP. Oh, that's too bad. With the new artifact event coming out, this will be one of the artifacts that you craft. I need such a good ring, hoping for some good RNG. That way I can easily beat Baron hard mode. Make sure you drop your like if you enjoyed, do subscribe, and comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. This was your Code King Zaf, signing out.